Your Classic Hits Fairfield area weather forecast. Rain today with a high 75. 80% chance tonight, low 62. For tomorrow, showers likely, high of 80. Showers likely on Sunday, high 75. Clouds and 65 on Monday. And for Tuesday, partly cloudy with the high 70. Yesterday's high was 83. So far, 25 1/100ths of an inch of rainfall. A quarter inch of rain this morning since it all began. Currently, humidity is at 100%, winds out of the northeast at 3 miles an hour, and the pressure at 29.92. Rain continuing. We've got 63 currently at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Mark Turner. I'm Mike Dreeth. Tom Levine will be joining us shortly. Well, I vented pretty good on the commentary.
I think you did.
But let me just vent a little more, and then I'll get out of my system, okay?
All right.
This is a 3-month story. I've never, ever covered a 3-month story in my life. You know what I mean? I wasn't around for to cover the wars or anything like that, but this thing has gone on now for the better part of 3 months. And the hysteria and the misinformation
just continues to grow.
And the people in positions that could help stop that yesterday frustrated me beyond. My wife said, COVID-19 might not kill me, but covering it will. Because I got very frustrated yesterday with, I was misled, and that bothers me a great deal. And that's the reason why people are rife for conspiracy in this whole thing. They really are.
Yeah.
So, all right, so I'll get rid of that.
All right. So let's recap a little bit as to what happened yesterday. It was a big surprise to everyone that Wayne County had a death attributed to COVID-19.
Well, it was a huge shock to me.
Huge surprise
you remember I did the poll that asked people. Good morning, Tom. How are you?
Good morning.
Remember I did the poll where I said, I'm getting tired of listing all of the people that died in Cook County on our Facebook page at 3 o'clock. Because it comes out at 3 o'clock from the state, the Illinois Department of Public Health. And we barely voted that people still wanted to see it. Mm-hmm. All right. So I've been covering this story all afternoon yesterday, and there's aspects of that I could get into. But I post the 3 o'clock state email.
Right,
and after I posted, I look down and I see Wayne County. 80-year-old man. And I've talked literally all day to the health department here as well as Aperion Care. And nobody cared to mention that there had been a death.
By the way, there's been a death.
Let me say this. I understand why people are upset about that one being listed, because my understanding was that gentleman, and we're not identifying the person because I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
Right.
But my understanding is that he was a transfer in and that he was on hospice care. So who knows? I mean, COVID will be listed as the cause of death, but he was already on hospice when he got here, okay?
Right.
All right. Well, the deal that was most disturbing to me was the health department wouldn't say anything all day about this absolute stream of social media posts that said that the people that were in Aperion Care had been retested and that was false positives. It was a negative now for them. So, I mean, I called out to Aperion Care and I was told it is not Aperion's policy to retest. That's pretty simple, right? I mean, that's plain speaking.
But you didn't ask the right question.
No.
Actually, now
were they retested?
That should have been the next question. I will give you that. But I took him at face value that the company's policy is not to retest. So, I mean, I put that up, and I mean, it wasn't 3 minutes. And an employee of Aperion Care said, that's wrong. You don't have the facts right.
Sorry, no.
So I had to call back Aperion Care, and guess what? The story changed. Oh, yeah, it's not company policy, but we did retest him. And, oh, by the way, they threw in, all the staff have tested negative. But that's good news.
Yeah, that is good news.
But throughout this whole thing, nobody mentions the 80-year-old man. So I'm just saying, I understand why people are cynical about this. I understand the hysteria about this
Right.
because I experienced it firsthand yesterday, and I want to say this too. We work real hard to get it right here, but we're only as good as the facts that we're given. And I felt really misled yesterday. So there. Now, okay. All right.
right.
I asked Bobcat.
And all of this covered up what should have been one of the biggest stories going on. Darren Bailey's revamped lawsuit goes before a judge today.
We'll keep track of that. That's up in Louisville. And we'll see. I mean, he won the first time getting it right for himself. I think he's going for the whole ball of wax this time. So we'll keep track of that. We'll have updates this afternoon, and hopefully we'll get all the facts exactly as they're stated up there.
Just remember 3-4 words.
What's that?
Just the facts, man.
Just the facts, man. It's funny. I was talking, Tom, to Jeff Vaughn, and I said, "What are you doing? What you looking forward to this weekend?" And he says, "I'm looking forward to life." In other words, there's really nothing much to look forward to. I mean,
Right.
It's going to rain.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay? And it reminded me of the story of my dad. I got to tell this story real fast. His brother was in the Korean War, and his older brother. So my dad was at home. Mm-hmm. And my dad and his mom didn't really get along real well. And every time, and this is late 1940s, something happened like they got some strawberries or they got some, neat thing
Right.
for the family. She would say, "We need to put that in the freezer for when Donald comes home."
Like
His older brother.
Like there weren't going to be any more strawberries.
We need to put that back for when Donald comes home. My dad wanted to say, "Donald might not come home. I want my strawberries now."
Strawberries now.
But I don't. If I can't get outside this weekend, I'm going to be kind of frustrated as well.
You got plenty of work to do, I hear.
I do at home too. Let me do just a couple other things before we get into the
The bucket.
the bucket.
The
Into
pay.
Bob, bucket of bunk.
The bucket of bunk. The Bob.
Bob.
I like that. The Bob. Monday we'll find out who the mystery lady is in Dave Riggs' life. By the way, he'll be back on this weekend. 9:05, isn't that right? I believe it's right. Mm-hmm. For his sermon. Don't miss that. That's on Facebook. The mystery woman will be unveiled. She'll be revealed. Unveiled. We'll find out.
Revealed.
We'll find out who she is coming up on Monday.
Right now, there's a big tarp over her. We're going to pull it off on Monday.
Tuning in the radio,
I needed
listening
this.
to Mike and Mark. It's that time, once again, here for the bucket of bug.
The Bob.
Bucket of bug, bucket of bug. Bucket of bug, bucket of bug.
Oh, there's only one double D.
Learning something new every day. Hey, bucket of bug, bucket of bug.
Thank God there's only one double D.
I
What
wouldn't
an
have said.
that's just an amazing bit of audio. Birthdays today. You guys remember a guy by the name of James Mason?
No.
You don't, do you?
Not really.
He died in '84 at the age of 75. Obviously, an ignominious life that nobody knows about. Whenever James Mason comes back, we're going to eat the strawberries. Anyway, he started a number of successful films from the 1950s through the 1980s. He was in The Desert Fox. He played Rommel in The Desert Fox.
Okay.
A Star is Born, 20,000 Leagues Beneath the Sea, Under the Sea, Below the Sea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lolita, North by Northwest. He was in North by Northwest with Cary Grant.
Cary Grant.
Journey to the Center of the Earth, Bigger Than Life, Julius Caesar, Georgie Girl, Heaven Can Wait. There's just The Boys from Brazil. Well, he was in some great movies. Anyway, he and his wife, they had this thing about cats. Are you a cat? You're a dog person, aren't you, Turner?
Yeah, I can't do cats.
What are you, Tom?
We have a cat.
Okay.
So
You would say you're
Cat
more of a
and a
cat
rabbit.
person than a dog person.
Cat dander.
No,
gives
I'm
me-
actually
gives me
more
some
of a dog
issues.
person.
But you put up with the cat.
Put up with a cat, yeah.
Cat
All right.
dander gives me some issues.
Okay.
So,
Well, then you probably shouldn't have a
Yeah.
cat. Your dog doesn't have dander, does it?
no.
Anyway.
It peels
Has-
when it gets sunburnt, though.
Oh, okay. Well,
dandruff.
keep him out of the sun. Anyway, his wife and he co-authored a book about the cats in their life. That was a bestseller, I'm sure.
The cats.
The
in
Cats
our
in Our
Lives.
Lives, published in 1949.
I had 3 cats.
Well, he did all the, he had some interesting stories, I guess, about
Okay.
his cats.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he left his entire estate to his second wife.
I thought you were going to say his cats.
I thought so too. But his will was challenged by 2 of his children. The lawsuit had not been settled when he died, or his wife died. The one they left it to died,
Would they get a sneak peek of his will or something?
apparently.
Okay.
Anyway, the second wife left it to a religious guru by the name of Sathya Sai Baba, including the actor's ashes after being cremated. They
Okay.
left the whole thing to the guru, and subsequently the kids got the ashes back and put his remains within a few steps of one of his best friends, Charlie Chaplin, in Switzerland. So that's where James Mason is. Not a Casey Kasem story,
Okay.
but something close.
Darn close.
Darn close. Eddie Arnold died in 2008 at the age of 89. He was the guy that really defined the Nashville sound of the 1950s and
Yeah.
60s. It was a popular sound, but it was also very country. Anyway, he had 147 songs chart, which is
That's
enormous.
incredible.
It really is. Only second to George Jones in that regard. He sold 85 million albums. He was a member of the Grand Ole Opry and is ranked 22nd on the 40 greatest men of country music. Died from natural causes in 2008 in a nursing home in Nashville, 7 days before his 90th birthday. His wife of 66 years had preceded him in death by 2 months.
Wow.
Got his start in radio. Worked at KWK in St. Louis, which, of course, those call letters have gone south long ago.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, George Brett is 67 today. George Brett.
I will never forget his hissy fit.
The bat
After he
incident.
hit the home run with the pine tar.
The pine tar incident.
Yeah.
That was memorable.
Yeah.
Billy Martin. Now, tell that story. I mean, the way that sets up, Martin had seen.
Brett hits the home run,
Right.
okay? And he rounds the bases.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the dugout,
Right.
celebrating, giving high fives to his teammates. Martin comes out and says, I want you to check that bat. There's too much pine tar. It's too high on the bat. The umpire checked it, and he said, Billy, you got a point.
Oh, they tried to hide the bat before it got checked. Didn't they?
That I think you're right.
Because he was running
asked
around
for
the dugout with his bat.
it. Well, what happened was Martin knew it was too high, and he just kept it in his back pocket
Yeah.
until Brett hit a home run against the Yankees.
Which, by the way, I think gave the Royals the lead in that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, they had to replay the game, though, didn't they? Didn't they come back? Didn't the Pine Tar game, didn't they come back and replay it?
Now that I don't know.
Don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
All right, well, anyway. Brett's got 3,554 career hits. That's number 2 as far as third baseman in the history of baseball. Adrian Beltre has more. I didn't realize that. Adrian
More than
Beltre.
3,500 hits.
3,166.
Oh, 3,100. Okay.
Yeah, that's how many.
I thought you said 3,500.
No. He's 18th all time. Get a load of this. He's one of only 4 players, and I'm going to give you a chance on this one,
All
Turner.
right.
Only 4 players to have accumulated 3,000 hits, 300 home runs, and a career 300 batting average. There's only 4. There's only 1, 2, 3. There's 3, and a 4th one might get into that category.
All right.
That means he's
Now,
obviously
give
still
me
playing.
Give me the 3 categories. 3,000 hits.
3,000 hits, 300 home runs, and a career 300 batting average?
It's got to be Pete Rose.
Yeah.
No, he
No.
didn't have that many home runs.
Okay. All right.
Tom, you want to take a shot?
Rod Carew,
No, not enough home runs.
Tony Gwynn,
Not enough home runs.
Kirby Puckett,
No,
Mike Schmidt,
no, didn't have the batting average.
Joe DiMaggio,
Nope,
Ted Williams,
nope.
Stan Musial.
Yes,
All right, finally.
Musial's one of the three.
I've named every
No,
retired
no.
player for
Well,
the last 20 years now.
The other two, you'll know when I tell you. Willie Mays
Yeah, I thought Will.
and Hank Aaron
Say hey.
Okay.
and Albert Pujols. As long as he doesn't let his batting average slip
Below
below 300,
Yeah.
will be in that category as well. Now, are you? By the way, George Brett is the guy that coined the phrase, the Mendoza line.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes, he did. He did it in an interview, and that means that you're batting below 200. Okay, and it was deemed, unacceptable. He said.
Wasn't it the Mendoza line? Didn't he play with a guy named Mendoza?
Mario Mendoza?
Yeah.
He went through his entire career with a really mediocre batting average. I guess must have been a glove man.
Yeah.
And so the Mendoza line, he was in an interview with Chris Berman on ESPN and said that, and it's become now a part of the lexicon of baseball. Did you figure that out, Tom, as far as – oh, I thought you were looking something up. All right, and so what number did Brett wear?
5.
Good job, buddy. That's retired, of course, with the
Yeah.
Royals. Do you watch the show Brockmire?
I do.
You do?
It's getting kind of weird this last season.
Well, I guess he starred. Brett was on
Yeah,
this
Brett was on Brockmire.
because he married Jules.
Amanda, yeah.
Yeah, Amanda Pete. And the guy that created it said if indeed Jim Brockmire was a Kansas City legend, he had to have Brett
Yeah.
in the show.
I think so. Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee. What now?
I got a few trivia questions.
I've got a
right.
trivia question. Go ahead.
This is Rick from Pile. Got me?
We've lost you. You're cutting out.
All right, how about this? This is Rick from Piopolis, and I got you a trivia question.
All right, bring it on.
Who is the only Major League Baseball player to get his 3,000th hit in Wrigley Field?
I know. Lou Brock. No, he was in Busch Stadium. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Don't know. Help us out here.
How about Stan Musial?
It was Stan Musial.
All right.
Yes, because he drove back on the train from Chicago, and they did stops in Springfield, and
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thanks
yeah,
for the
it was
call.
Stan Musial. I knew it was a Cardinal. Okay, thank you. All right, well, enough about George Brett.
Okay.
1856 on this date, Lyman Frank Baum was born.
Wizard of Oz guy?
That's it. Good job. 1940. You mentioned this guy earlier. 1941. Joe DiMaggio began his historic Major League Baseball hitting streak.
56 games.
Probably the only record that will never be broken. Do you think?
I don't know. There's been people who've gotten 40.
Really close.
They've
Rose.
gotten to the 40s, but they've not gotten any closer.
1942, gasoline rationing began in the United States. You got a limit of 3 gallons a week for non-essential vehicles. Okay, isn't that something?
Yeah.
Didn't get that good of gas mileage back then either.
No,
I
you
was
didn't.
58, Sputnik was launched. That's, of course, the Russian satellite which started the space race. 1964, the Smothers Brothers, Dick and Tom, gave their first concert in Carnegie Hall. I liked Dickie and Tommy. I enjoyed watching them. Elvis Presley in 57 inhaled a cap from one of his teeth right into his lung.
Ooh.
Had to go to a Los Angeles hospital to have it removed from his lung.
Ooh.
Yeah. Our question of the day kind of took off, and it's an interesting topic, I think. The Carnaby Square question of the day, and of course, Carnaby Square is the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield for 40 years. Would you go out of state to get a haircut? That's the question. We had over 322 votes. We'll be back with more morning coffee after this.
Hamilton Memorial Family Clinics are here for you now during COVID-19 like we've always been at our clinics in McLeansboro and Carmi. And now, through our virtual care clinic, have a live video chat with your local provider. Ask questions, get a diagnosis, and even get medication prescribed while using your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Also available for behavioral health needs and physical and occupational therapies. Visit hmhospital.org or simply call either of the Hamilton Memorial Clinic locations.
You know how they say the grass is always greener? Well, at F&B, it is. We're pleased to introduce Moolah Cash. Earn 3% annual percentage yield on balances up to $20,000 and 0.25% APY on remaining balances when you meet qualifications. You just won't find another cash cow like this. Give us a call or visit us at fnbcommunitybank.com to learn more. Member FDIC. $100 minimum to open. 0.05% APY is earned on all balances if qualifications are not met. Rates current as of January 23, 2020.
Attention, Class A CDL drivers. Bestway Express is now hiring experienced drivers for regional work in the South and Midwest. Bestway is a family-oriented company and believes in great home time for their drivers. Bestway offers 2 monthly bonuses, paid weekly, full benefits package, free health clinic for insured employees, resets at home every week. Class A CDL drivers, call Bestway today for your best career opportunity. That's 833-BESTWAY.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when Mikhail Gorbachev was temporarily ousted by a Communist Party coup? 3 days later, Gorby was back in power and the plotters were in jail. Hurricane Bob ripped through New England. Rookie golfer John Daly came from out of nowhere to win the PGA. Carl Lewis set a new world record in the 100-meter dash.
This is definitely the greatest achievement in my track career. Those young guys keep a guy like me at 30 years old young at heart, and I think that's been the difference.
We said farewell to newsmen Douglas Kiker and Harry Reisner. And here's what the new music sounded like.
We get a little crazy.
Think you got it? Well, hold on. The answer and just a touch of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
You check things all the time, like your email every 10 seconds or your ex's Instagram. But what about checking something as important as your credit? Well, Discover makes it quick, easy, and best of all, free. Discover is now offering FICO credit scores, the score used by 90% of top lenders for free, even if you're not a customer. Checking your score won't hurt your credit, and you can check each month for changes, always for free. The Discover Credit Scorecard, free for everyone. Learn more at discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
Right now, today, Lowe's is open. Open to build, open to reassure, open to provide the help, support, and supplies that keep our homes working. Open to the idea that when we work together, we can bring it all together. It's what we've always done and what we'll continue to do. Because home is what unites us. Lowe's, here for you, in store or 24/7 at Lowe's.com.
August 1991.
Paula Abdul and the Promise of a New Day, the top song of August 1991. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another time capsule.
Complete HVAC is concerned about your indoor air quality, so they are offering for a limited time a high-efficiency media filter cabinet, $120 value free of charge when you purchase a Carrier Complete system, furnace with AC or heat pump. The filter has an exceptionally large surface area which traps airborne pollutants and irritants regardless of the season and provides cleaner, fresher air. Turn to the experts at Complete HVAC, your Carrier dealer in Albion. Call Stu or Sam at 618-445-3329 today for a free estimate.
Uniquely Rustique would like to thank all of their customers for their continued support. They are covered up with Memorial Day flowers. Stop by for ready-made arrangements or get flowers and supplies to make your own. All cards are 45 cents each. Now is the perfect time to send cards to the special people in your life. They are open Monday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 3. Curbside pickup and delivery available. Call 842-3544. Shop Uniquely Rustique for a truly unique shopping experience. Carnaby is taking appointments or allowing 3 customers in at a time. Your safety is important to the Carnaby girls. New multiples and Charlie B have arrived. Stream Carnaby's Facebook page or check out their window. At Carnaby, they love personally assisting you. Curb, ship, or by appointment. Call 842-7318 for a one-on-one shopping experience. We're all in this together. Don't forget to join Christy on Facebook for Walkthrough Wednesdays, live at 9:30 a.m. Stay safe and be smart.
Back on Morning Coffee, the Carnaby Square question of the day. By the way, go by there this weekend and say hey to Christy for us, would you please?
Yes.
Wish her the best. And very, very pleased to have her as a person that supports the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
The question of the day, the Carnaby Square question of the day, would you go out of state to get a haircut? Now, I'm looking over at you. Doesn't look like you've done anything special with the coif, Turner. No, you haven't.
No.
You could probably take care of that yourself, couldn't you?
No, I haven't gone out of state. No, I won't.
Okay. How about you, Tom? You've got some hair.
I've got some hair, yeah. I got my hair cut just at the day that the governor ordered the shutdown. But my sister-in-law, who lives in deep southern Illinois, just got her hair colored and cut.
Here? In the state or
Not
out?
in the state, yes.
No kidding.
Yeah. She called her hairdresser and said, it's a mess. Well, she hadn't worked since she's a surgical tech and a surgical nurse, and she hasn't worked since March. So she's like, I don't have anything to do. Could you, squeeze me in?
Right.
And the lady who does her hair says, if you come in Wednesday at such and such time, and you use the back door, and turns out that the front window glass has been covered with paper, so no one can see what she's doing in there.
Probably a smart move. I talked to my mother. She's 82, and she's in a senior living facility, not a nursing home, assisted living. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "I can't get my hair set. I've my whole life I've had my hair set." I look 82. I said, "Mom, you are. You're 82.
You are
Come on."
82.
And there's nobody coming in, so you don't have to worry about it. But that's a different story. Anyway, we had 322 votes. 222 of them, or 68%, said no, they would not go out of state. You can see, if you're watching on YouTube, it doesn't really matter for me. It's not an issue for me, okay?
We like our hairdressers here in Fairfield.
We do. And you know what? One of the comments was on the poll, I don't want to mention what I would do for fear that my hairdresser would see it and get upset. Okay?
Okay.
Well, I think that's legitimate. We had about 2,600 people reached with this poll. Beverly said, I had a visit from my sister who lives in state and brought her scissors. Glad I helped her through beauty school. Mark says, my hair cutter already cutted my hair. I don't know what that means, Mark. Hair, H-A-R-E is what he said. Sandra said, most will say no because locals can see their posts. Okay, right, yeah. There it is. Terry said, yep, did today. In other words, Terry went across the state lines. Yeah. Shirley said, never have, no need to start now. I will gladly wait for my hairdresser.
All right.
Okay.
Jacqueline says, ever listen to Ray Stevens' haircut song? I think I'll wait. That's what Jacqueline said. And Ace said, me and the boys cut our own hair. Wife and daughter, however, they might consider going across the state lines. Amanda says, just went to Indiana to get my hair cut. So there's another one that did that. Look at the amount of money that's being spilled across the state line.
Mm-hmm.
Because of
Already,
things like
and they're
this.
not completely opened up yet.
Right.
Oh, yeah, they're on their way.
Yeah,
in
they're
Indiana.
they're working on it.
And Stacy says it's a possibility if the governor doesn't open up the state.
Right.
Oh, well. We're going to have some warm weather. It's going to be rainy. It's going to be yucky this weekend, but it's getting warmer all the time.
It certainly is.
And maybe you ought to get that air conditioner looked at. Probably the best person to call that I can think of right offhand would be Brian Reitnauer at Reitnauer Heating and Air Conditioning. He'll come and take a look at your air conditioner, possibly even give you the idea of an upgrade to make it more efficient. A lot of air conditioning units aren't that terribly efficient. I'm talking about the central air ones. Brian and his son will come and take care of that. Plus, if you're having problems, air conditioner won't kick on, then maybe you may need to call them. I had to kick on the air yesterday afternoon. It got real muggy.
Yeah, it was very humid yesterday afternoon. Sure
And
was.
so, I mean, if you have to do that, call Brian Reitnauer. Reitnauer HVAC, Heating and Air Conditioning. The number, 618-214-2593. Do that and let them know that you heard it on Morning Coffee. What you got going, bud?
Well, Coors Light.
Yes, I heard
has
about
a
this.
solution for all of those Zoom meetings
Aren't we
that
all-
you're forced to sit through.
You know, aren't we all doing way too many Zoom
I
meetings?
think we are.
Yeah.
I think we are. The Coors Light clone machine will allow you to record yourself looking interested and engaged for a 30-second clip. So it's easier to escape the constant video chats during the coronavirus pandemic. Of course, their message is, well, just get up, go get you a cold one.
Okay, so
Right.
you're getting essentially, you're recording a video where you're looking and you're leaning into the picture and you're
looking at
shaking
going-
your head.
Yeah. I
And
get
that
it.
way-
that's a good idea.
You put that video up when you slip out to go get a beer.
Yeah.
That's what Coors Light is saying to do.
I got to tell you something. That's a pretty good marketing department at Coors Light.
What's that commercial they used to have? Brilliant.
That's
I don't remember the commercial
That's
name.
I can see them sitting in a back room going, now what are we going to do because of the virus? And what a great idea that was. They're going to have a biopic. You know what that is?
It's a biopic. Yeah.
It's going to be on Leonard Skinner's plane crash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, why would I want to watch that? I know how it ends. It's sort of like watching Titanic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Six
And
people
it
died.
doesn't end pretty.
No. In fact,
There's no happy ending to this.
they said they ran out of gas. It was, it was one of those DC-7s or something like that.
Yeah.
And they used a stick to be able to know that there was enough gas in there.
Pilots in the cockpit going,
Yeah.
it looks like it's working.
It
Sounds
didn't.
like a ripe watermelon to me.
It was 1977.
full.
Lead singer Ronnie Van Zant. But 6 people died.
Yeah.
Why would I want to watch that? Hey, they're saying that we're going to get our first trillionaire. You want to guess who that is?
Bill Gates.
No,
No,
Warren
it's the
Buffett.
eBay guy.
not eBay either.
Oh,
It's the
Zuckerberg?
Amazon guy,
Amazon guy.
Jeff
Amazon.
Bezos.
Bezos. Okay.
They say within not trillion, we're talking $1 trillion. It's going to
Billion
happen.
with a TR.
That's right. It's going to happen within the next 10 years. He's already got multiple billions.
He's already richer than a lot of small countries.
He is.
And this is how rich he is. He's been divorced.
I know. And you don't. I got to tell you, that's who Rick needs to snag, Mrs. Bezos, the former Mrs. Bezos.
She may not want to move to the suburbs of Bone Gap, though.
He could do better than a used Cherokee from Shelton if he had Mrs. Bezos. Well, there. We do this talk show, and now I'm really kind of worried at the other people that do talk shows.
Uh-oh.
Elmo.
Elmo's doing a talk show, yes.
Elmo?
The
You mean the little red guy?
Yeah.
beloved Sesame Street Muppet,
Hi, I'm Elmo.
has got his own talk show. The Not Too Late Show with Elmo. It's 15 minutes long. It's going to be his. His Ed McMahon is.
No.
Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster. Hey-o!
Me want more cookie.
Show starts on May 27th on HBO, and it will run for 13 weeks.
Okay. Did you hear about the teenager from Florida?
No.
He found a prosthetic leg on the beach at Panama City.
Really?
Okay.
Yep. And then...
Did you know who it belongs to?
No, he didn't, but he found out. He posted the story online.
I found a leg.
And Carter Hess, who had lost his leg while serving in Afghanistan,
right,
recognized the photo and said, "That's my leg."
Holy moly.
Carter had lost it a few weeks earlier while surfing off of Panama City Beach.
He only has one leg and he surfs?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, he had two legs until he lost one.
Well, he lost it after he fell off the board.
Well,
fell off the board.
And it, just kind of...
I can't imagine surfing with two good legs.
Yeah, that's true. Surfing is tough.
Oh, yeah, it takes a lot of balance.
It does.
Did you see about the puzzle put out by Heinz Ketchup?
I heard about that.
It's all red, isn't it?
It's all red. 570 pieces are red. Only red. Well, and so you have to know exactly. You've done puzzles before.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got to find the unique ways to be able to piece them together. You got 570 pieces on the table, and you got to find somehow in your visual spectrum how to connect one or two and then build out from that.
Mm-hmm.
That would drive me crazy. But apparently that's keeping some people sane by doing stuff like this.
Right.
I don't know how that would keep anybody sane.
It would certainly drive me crazy.
Yeah, it would drive me insane.
I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. They had a power outage in a large portion of Scotland this week. It was a blackout. The BBC reports that there was a 4-year-old bull named Ron rubbed his butt against an electric pole and knocked it down into a transformer.
That pole must have not been buried too deep.
I don't know. Yeah, that was a pretty good size amount of bull. The resulting crash caused 3 towns, around 800 homes, to lose power in the south area of Scotland. Ron's owners found the damage later, but were most happy to see he avoided an 11,000-volt shock from his butt scratch. The local utility company responded and was able to restore power within a few hours.
Okay, I want to tell you about the Facebook post I got yesterday.
Okay.
All right.
I saw this on Facebook yesterday. It's a picture of a 4-wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the caption reads: Has anybody lost a 4-wheeler? We found this on our property this morning.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You mean somebody? You're talking legitimately,
Yeah,
locally?
This is a legitimate post. I think it was.
Somebody found a 4-wheeler on their property and they didn't know whose it was.
No. Maybe it might have been stolen. They ran out of gas or something.
That's what I was. My first thought was that they ran out of gas.
Call the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
Call them first.
Crime Stoppers.
Crime Stoppers, yeah.
There you go. Let's see here. What else do I have? Talk to you about Elmo. Social distancing, of course. Not allowed many families to express their love for one another, but a creative mom is sharing her way of doing that in a TikTok video. We got to look into TikTok, because I'm in
very
truth matters,
short videos.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
very short.
They aren't very long.
TikTok video that now has over 300,000 likes. Lauren Doris shows off a contraption that she installed at her parents' house to allow them to hug their kids. It involves a plastic sheet covered the doorway and plastic bags taped in the middle of it for the hugger to put their arms around.
Right.
Despite her mom being high risk, Doris says the creation allows her to embrace her grandkids. I have to tell you,
I like that.
I
like that idea.
miss my grandkids more than I can possibly tell you. And it doesn't help when I get mad in the afternoon, which exactly what happened to me yesterday.
Okay.
I'm better now. I'm better.
All
That's
better.
good to hear.
Until this afternoon.
So, later today.
You get a brief respite.
Yes.
I hope so. So what's the?
I've got trivia.
Okay.
You do, and what
All
is
right.
it? What is it involving?
Jack Nicholson.
Oh, I love it. Okay, good.
Okay.
Good. Tell us the questions.
All right. Which movie based on a Stephen King book did Jack Nicholson star in?
Okay.
Stephen King.
I know that one.
Okay.
In which of these movies did Jack not have a role? Carnal Knowledge, Mars Attacks, Goodfellas, or On a Clear Day You Can See Forever?
I know that one.
I think I know that one too.
What is the name of the film by The Who in which Jack had a small part?
The Who.
I know that one.
It can only be one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right.
What TV show featured Jack in a small role? He appeared in 2 episodes.
2 episodes of a TV series.
It was an 80s TV show.
No.
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 Okay. Not the one I was thinking of.
Jack Nicholson is originally from what state?
All right.
Ooh. All right.
All right. What is the name of Jack's character in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Oh. I'm going to...
Okay.
Jack won his blank Academy Award. Which Academy Award was it when he got an Academy Award for As Good as It Gets in 1997?
That's the one he starred in with Diane Keaton, right?
Yes, she's in that movie,
Yeah,
I
I
believe.
think so.
Jack's trademark item is what?
His trademark item. Okay.
In movies or just
In life.
in life? Okay.
What basketball team is Jack a huge fan of?
Oh, I know that.
one, yeah.
And what was Jack's character name in A Few Good Men?
Oh, I know that.
It's been on enough lately. We
Yeah,
should know
it's
it.
almost on every night. It really is.
Maybe twice a day.
Okay, we've got the answers to.
You can't handle the truth.
It's probably the best 30 seconds I can think of, or more, in cinema. We'll be back with the answers to the Jack Nicholson trivia on Morning Coffee. Back after this.
How does the 2020 census affect representation? An accurate count will determine how many seats Illinois gets in the U.S. House. That number is based off our state's population. Shape the future. Learn more at 2020census.gov. This message brought to you by the Wayne County Health Department.
If you can hear me, you already know that radio works. Let me, Libby Lingefelter, show you what else we can do at the original company, like direct mail and digital marketing. Call me, Libby Lingefelter, at WFIW WOKZ 842-2159.
During this troubling time, we at the CRHBC Fairfield Community Health Center, along with the CRHBC Albion Community Health Center, want you to know that we are open and ready to serve you. To keep patients safe and healthy, our clinic is making every effort to see well patients in the morning and sick patients in the afternoon. Are you unable to come in? Not a problem. We can offer virtual visits by telephone or through our telehealth network. Call us today at 1-800-408-7351.
The Big Deal Store has a great deal on Bopple's home furnishing certificates. Pick one up and get a great value on top quality furniture at Bopple's Home Furnishing in McLeansboro on the south side of the square.
To decrease the spread of COVID-19, the CDC recommends wearing a face mask while going out in public for essentials. To encourage people to wear a face mask to help slow the spread of the virus, we want you to show us your innovative masks for a chance to win $100 from TOC Direct Media. Submit your photos to WFIWradio.com and vote on your favorite picture once per hour. Full contest details can be found at WFIWradio.com.
Radar Weather is sponsored by Conard Financial Group at 510 West Delaware in Fairfield, with securities offered through Raymond James. Conard Financial Group, investing in the community since 2003.
Does your financial future depend on the performance of a single investment? In any type of market, allocating your investments among a variety of assets may help minimize risk. I understand the importance of asset allocation and can design a diversified portfolio based on your risk profile to help you attain your goals. For details, call me, Chris Connard, at 842-7855. That's 842-7855. Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC. Life well planned.
Classic Hits Fairfield area weather forecast. Showers likely today, high 75. 80% chance tonight, the low 62. Showers likely again tomorrow with a high of 80. Showers likely 75 on Sunday. For Monday, cloudy skies, high 65. And for Tuesday, partly cloudy with the high 70. Yesterday's high was 83. So far, a quarter inch of rainfall in Fairfield. Currently, humidity at 100%. Winds out of the northwest at 3 miles an hour. Pressure at 29.93. Right now, cloudy skies. We've got 63. The WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar showing a line of storms moving to the northeast. Nothing showing up in the immediate area at the present time. Radar weather brought to you this morning by the Connard Financial Group.
All righty. Tom is the trivia master
today.
You always come up with good ones.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, go right ahead.
All right. So our theme today is Jack Nicholson. And which movie based on a Stephen King book did Jack star in?
Is that The Haunting?
The Shining.
No. The Shining.
Jesus, doggone it.
Darn close. You had the ing.
Yeah.
In which of these movies did Jack not have a role? Carnal Knowledge, Mars Attacks, Goodfellas, or On a Clear Day You Can See Forever?
I'm going to say Goodfellas.
It is Goodfellas.
It is Goodfellas. What is the name of the
By the way, that is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, that's a good one.
In fact, it becomes a domestic. There's a domestic battle which goes on anytime one of 3 movies comes on and I stop. If it comes on and I stop to watch it, and I'm talking about Godfather, Casino, or Goodfellas. If it's on, I stop and I look over and it's like, don't you dare.
Rolling our eyes, huh?
Don't you dare.
Not
and I've got to move on.
again.
So if she doesn't come out to watch TV, and I binge on those. I love those.
Okay. What is the name of the film by The Who in which Jack had a small part?
What's your name?
Huh?
It's your name.
It's my name, yes.
Tommy.
Tommy.
Yes. The Pinball Wizard, right?
Yes. What TV show featured Jack in a small role? He appeared in 2 episodes.
How about Friends?
No.
Seinfeld.
No. You want me to give you, because you're not going to believe it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, give us a clue.
All right. Your choices are I Dream of Jeannie,
Yeah.
Dragnet, Get Smart, or The Andy Griffith Show.
I'm going to say Dragnet.
I'm going to say Andy Griffith.
It is Andy Griffith.
No. Andy Griffith, he was an actor in the late 1950s and early 60s and was on Andy Griffith. Do you have any idea what he played?
No idea.
That's incredible. I had no idea. And I've seen all those shows. I know I've seen them. And I would have thought, that's Jack Nicholson. Oh, well.
Okay. So what state is Jack originally from?
I must say California because I'm not quite sure.
I'm going with Iowa.
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
What is the name of Jack's character in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Jack?
Yes. No.
Oh.
I don't know.
Randall P. McMurphy. Murphy.
Randall P. Murphy.
McMurphy.
McMurphy.
Okay.
Jack won his blank Academy Award in As Good as It Gets. Which number Academy Award
that
was
his
it?
last one, I'm going to guess, and I'm going to think that was maybe number 4.
I'm going to say first.
It's third.
Third. Okay.
I knew he'd
right in between.
won a couple.
Jack's trademark item is
There you go.
sunglasses.
Sunglasses. I was going to say.
Not a 9-iron.
Yes.
Or an axe.
I thought maybe it was like a cigar or something like
I
that.
was thinking a hat.
Well,
A black, like, golfing hat, driving cap.
All right.
How old is Jack?
Got to be 70, 69, 70,
Something
something
I
like
bet
that.
he's older than that. I bet he's in his mid to late 70s.
Okay, well.
Wouldn't you think? I mean,
would
he
think.
started. Well, just think about this thing. He had to have been at least in his mid 20s for the Andy Griffith Show, right?
I suppose.
And that's almost 50 years
Well,
ago.
yeah,
More
and
than
then
50.
It's more than 50 years ago. So he's got to be late 70s.
Yeah.
he's 83.
He's 83. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And he wrote part of the Monkees movie, Head.
Yes, I know, which was an unbelievable disaster.
Right.
It was horrible. You know, I mean,
It might as well have been called Let's Kill the Monkeys.
yeah, I mean, it was.
That's what it did.
Yeah.
The Monkees, people watch the Monkees for the music.
Hey,
Right.
we're no longer the Monkees.
They didn't watch it for great acting.
No. All right. What basketball team is Jack a huge fan of?
The Lakers.
He's a huge fan of the Lakers.
Lakers, yes.
You know, and so you got him there, and then if you go to New York,
Got Spike Lee.
Spike Lee. Those are the two most famous. Maybe you throw in Mark Cuban, who owns
He owns
Dallas.
a team, though. I mean,
All
that's,
right, but okay, can you think of any more high-profile basketball fans? Maybe Ashley Judd at Kentucky. Okay.
yeah.
Other really big basketball fans. Can you think of anybody besides Jack and Spike Lee that tops them?
Okay. Who?
Maybe not tops, but Drake and the Toronto Raptors.
Drake and the Toronto Raptors. One of my favorite singers, Drake.
I don't even know who Drake is.
He's a rapper. Come on. That's his first name and his last name. I don't know if you know that. It's Drake.
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 Yeah,
Drake. All right. What was Jack's character? Or what is the name of Jack's character in A Few Good Men?
He was Major General Nathan.
Colonel Nathan Jessup.
Colonel Nathan Jessup. That's it.
Nathan Jessup. Yes.
I wonder if he's part of the Fairfield Jessups in any way.
I don't think it was the same spelling.
You know, in those accountants, there's a lot of Marine accountants that are down there in Guantanamo.
Right. Okay. You want bonus questions?
Sure.
We do, because we have time.
All right. Here's the easy one. Jack played what character in Batman? 1989.
The Joker.
He was the Joker.
He
yes.
was the Joker, yeah. The harder one.
I think he was one of the better Jokers, too.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, he probably saved that film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was him and Prince.
Prince. Oh, my.
No, wasn't what's Alec Baldwin's ex-wife?
Oh.
Wasn't she in that?
Oh,
one too?
yeah. She played the girlfriend.
Now she might have saved that movie.
Yeah.
Because she was looking mighty fine at that time.
All right. What was Jack's character name in As Good as It Gets? That's the hard one.
I don't know.
No.
I thought it was a great movie. I
Don't
just
know.
don't remember.
Melvin Udall.
No, didn't he play like an obsessive compulsive author?
Yeah.
Is that right?
You know, one of my
that's right.
favorite Jack Nicholson films that nobody else likes. In fact, it's absolute. It was just called Schmidt. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
No, I haven't.
It's mildly disturbing, but it's sort of like cotton candy. You sit and you watch Jack, and Jack just draws you in with his acting ability. Easy Rider was another great Jack Nicholson role. Chinatown, yes. Man, there's so many.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many.
The one I hated to see him in was a movie called Ironweeds.
Yeah.
Where it was just.
What was the
This is
name of the
terrible.
girlfriend? The one that was in Men in Black. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Yeah, I shouldn't have brought it up. I didn't know the.
Laura-
Yes, Boyle. Was it a Boyle?
Laura Finn Boyle.
Yes,
That's
yes.
right.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that lasted for a while. All right. Well, I think we just absolutely murdered the end of the show.
Yep.
You know what we need to do this weekend?
Go out and play in the rain. Go out and play in the rain.
I'm
How's
going to
that?
do that because I've got to get outside. Going to have to work off some stuff. Thank you, Tom Levine, Mark Turner. We're going to have a nice weekend. We hope you do too. Come back here on Monday. Alexa, play WFIW.
It's time for classic hits from WFIW.
News, talk, sports, and classic rock. This is the station listened to, not just heard. 104.9 WFIW Fairfield, Illinois.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center, downtown Wayne City. No one beats their prices on Serta iComfort mattresses. See weekly pictures and prices on Facebook.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump today is expected to announce efforts to speed up development and distribution of a new coronavirus vaccine, a syndrome linked to the virus affecting